Guys, what's up? What's going on? You have now tuned into my Tamar and Vince recap. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to see if I can record everything on my MacBook and then just do it from there, so I don't have to do it on my my iPod all the time. But we'll see how it goes. I may have to like actually put some light in, like how I'll be doing with the iPod, but we'll see. So anyways, now Vince, he's so happy for himself because, you know, he is really like slimming down, and especially like I can say, like, you know, when you're a bigger person, because I was big since I was in 3rd grade, y'all. I was like 200 pounds and I'm only 4'11". So when you're a big person, like, you definitely have a lot of self-esteem issues, and going from big to small, it kind of, you have to get into the mentality. You're gonna still for a while see yourself as a big person until you really like get it into your head. And then when you do get into your head, you get happy, you get excited, you're like, yes, you know, I'm doing this, I'm living for me, I'm finally doing something different, I'm being healthy, I want to be consistent, you know, especially with the whole procedure that he has. He doesn't want it to be, you know, I don't know if it could be reversed or not. I think that I have heard that it can be reversed. So you definitely want to make sure that you're staying on the right path, eating the right things. And they still arguing. Like, I feel like they've been arguing about the same things. Like, I feel like we've seen a lot of episodes, but it's only like, what, the 2nd episode or whatever. But it's like they keep on arguing about the same things over and over again, like the whole him doing the procedure as far as doing the surgery for the stomach. And it almost kind of, the way that Tamar comes across, she kind of makes it seem like she's jealous for him, or like she doesn't really want him to win because she's nervous that he gonna be all sexy and all the snow bunnies are gonna be wanting him. You know what I mean? Like, you know, as they say, the Beckys with the good hair. And that seems to be what's really stopping her from being his cheerleader, as well as the fact that she doesn't want him to die. I mean, that's of course another thing. So they was arguing, and then there gets to a point where she says something like, go find you a woman with some good hair. When she said that, he fired back with, sounds good to me. And she was like, wait, oh no, the F you did not. She was like, you effing tried it, okay? You got me effed up. Like, she went in, and I was just like, well, hot diggity dang. She talking to him like he's like some dude in Walmart that she's trying to fight because they skipped her online. You know, she's definitely going in, and I'm like, wow. You know, and I feel like that's the reason why a lot of times she gets herself into problems, is because she's so quick to react and, you know, get them curses on and popping and just be so hood with it, you know? I mean, it's almost like she feels like she can say things to him, but he can't say anything back to her. Otherwise, it's going to be a big problem where she like kind of explodes. I mean, she was saying how she's worried about his blood clots and this and that, but he's like, you know, at the end of the day, when he was big, that's what made him have to like be taking a whole ton load of pills, and he doesn't want to be that person anymore. And he was just like, well, don't be talking to me crazy and you won't get anything crazy back. And that's how it is. I mean, how do you think, like I said, that you can say anything to anyone and they're just supposed to be like, oh, okay. You know, that's just not how the real world works. I feel like that's the same thing she kind of did with like K. Michelle too, where she had fired at her a few times, and then she didn't expect K. Michelle. Well, I don't know how she didn't expect K. Michelle to come back the way she did, because K. Michelle's a firecracker who is gonna say what she gonna say. You know, they're both Pisces, and March Pisces are a little crazy. I mean, February Pisces are a little crazy too, but I feel like I'm a little more reserved. Like, it takes me a lot longer to pop off, but when I pop off, like, I don't care who's in the way, you know? It's just gonna be like, whatever, I don't care. And maybe, just maybe, if I feel a certain type of way, maybe I'll apologize later on, but I'm gonna say what I gotta say right now. I'm gonna get my point across, you know? Don't get me started up. So yeah, Tamar, she was getting her pedi with James and E.J, and she was saying how she pretty much told them what happened and how she told him to go get a Becky with a good hair. And he kind of was just like, okay. And she's like, you know, that's not cool, especially when she knows that he actually does like the Beckys with the good hair, you know? He likes those types of females. So I guess that's why she always feels some type of way. And we already seen at the Soul Train Awards how she ran to go change her hair color from her normal blonde to orange. It was like, oh, okay. She was like, I'm stepping out for the first time after I revealed I'm getting divorced. I got to show these people that I look good, and that I don't care what's going on, and I don't need to have blonde hair for my man anymore. That's what I felt like. It was a big statement right there when she came to the Soul Train Awards. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. I think it's coming out soon on a Sunday. I think like next weekend. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So yeah, Tamar, now she came up with this plan where she wants to go to Mexico. I think it was actually them that kind of came up with the plan that they need to do something, and she wants to take everybody with her, like her assistants and the nanny and, this person and that person. It's just like, well, hot diggity dang. Like, and then she had to go and ask Vince if they could go, and Vince, he was still in his feelings about the argument that they had the day before. So who's going to want to be like, oh, yes, let's go after you just had an argument? He's still hella mad, and he's just like, he just had that face on, like he was just over everything. And she put on a good, she gave him a good reason to want to go. She put the baby into it, so of course he couldn't say no. I mean, he didn't really say yes either. But she already said that she booked the tickets for like 2 days from when they would actually when she actually proposed the thing to him. So it's pretty much like, we going, just get ready. That's pretty much what she was saying without saying it. So he just looked like he was like really annoyed, and he looked like it was stuff he wanted to say, but he's like, you know what, we're recording right now, so I'm gonna maintain my composure for the camera. Vince, he goes with Benzino. And he just looks so happy, chilling with Benzino. They was looking at some foods. He's just trying to show him a different way of life, because now he eats everything that's super expensive and organic. And, I mean, organic is good, yes. But the thing about organic that I was reading the other day is that, I mean, we ain't going to go into all that organic stuff. Organic is organic, and it costs a lot more money. You just got to make sure that it's really organic, you know what I mean? I remember there was something going around where Whole Foods, they said certain things was organic, but it was a facade, you know what I mean? But that's a whole nother topic. So, yeah, he kind of talks about how certain foods have changed his life. He even invites Benzino to go to Cabo or whatever, to go to Mexico, but he decided he was not going to go because I guess he's having problems with Miss Thang Thang, Althea, so... I mean, I'm like, why he couldn't just go with her? But I guess he just wanted to take him because that's his, like, male friend or whatever. But he was like, nah, I can't go right now. I'm in the doghouse. It's not a good idea for me to be going to Mexico right now. So, yeah, they end up going to the whole vacation to Mexico or whatever. Yo, I'm feeling like Tamar right now. You know how she was itching? I mean, honey child. I'm trying to play it cool or whatever, but I'm feeling my little scalp is itching. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, because I just popped on my wig. I ain't put on my little wig grip band, so maybe that's the reason why the lace is, like, kind of itching my scalp or whatever, but hot diggity damn. I'm trying not to keep on, scratching because I don't want to get irritated, but I'm just like, it's crazy how I'm talking about this, and I remember her, like, one scene, like, numerous scenes, she was, like, there scratching, like, she had to get that thing off, that weave out her head, but luckily they used that apple cider vinegar, and it worked, and I'm just like, damn. Am I getting something? Like, because I'm talking about her? Is the devil passing over? Like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I rebuke you, honey. No. I do not want this itching, honey. I can't wait to take off this wig. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, she was having some itching, but they gave her some apple cider vinegar for her hair, and it definitely worked. So, there was some part where she was trying to jump in the water. At first, she didn't want to jump in the water. She was being mad extra. But then she ended up jumping in the water because she wanted to show her son to be kind of like fearless. And you have to kind of lead by example, which is so true. You don't want to be a little... Because first he wanted to go in the water. Then when he seen her acting all crazy and stuff and just being like, oh, no, and shaking and stuff, he's like, oh, no. What's in there? My mama don't want to go in there. I ain't going in there, So she ended up going in the water real quick. And what happened after that? They had like a little dinner or whatever. This is going to be a quick recap. They had like a little dinner, and Vince, once again, he had the sourpuss face on. I think he was just like, he really wished that that was more so a family thing instead of with everybody, because they were all making these silly little jokes, and it's more so like it's just something for her to just kind of unwind as opposed to something like for them, you know. And I'm pretty sure that they probably had to pay for the other two to go with them. So, you know, it's just like, damn, we paying for people to come so I could be annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably other reasons why that we didn't see or that he didn't mention, that he was like just really like over the whole situation. Plus, he's like, you know, they're cool or whatever. They're good people. And he made sure he always said that every time he said something about them, which was nice of him, because most people, they come in a commentary and they just pour their hearts out. And that's how you lose friends. That's how you lose family. You lose ties and everything else. So he was just like, you know, they're really good people. I like them, but I would prefer for it to be just me and her. Just to kind of have me and her time. We see them all the time, you know, they're always around us all the time. And I'm pretty sure they would want to be with their families sometimes too. Obviously, they probably ain't thinking about their family. They think about the fame, honey. They reality show hopping, especially James. So yeah, they pretty much, they start talking, having some little funny conversation, but then they start talking about gout. To be honest, I'm not even sure what gout is. I should have looked it up before I started this, but they're all talking about how gout is a rich people disease and who gets gout, you know, just making real fun of it. And Vince was feeling some type of way because he's like, yeah, I have gout. And for Tamar to kind of lead that on and just kind of keep it going, knowing that this man is suffering from this, he's like, he ended up getting it when he got sick. It's kind of messed up, because that's like somebody having AIDS, God forbid, you know, or cancer or something, and you just talking about, oh, you hear them people with cancer is this, and like, what? That's so insensitive. Like, this person is battling that. They have to deal with it. They know how it feels. And you're making a joke out of it. I'm pretty sure that Tamar would get upset if people was talking a bit crazy about like clots or, you know, something like that. And yeah, like, I just felt like that was really insensitive of her. And then she wants to kind of spin it around and say, oh, when he leaves, like, oh, I don't know why he wants to leave. I feel like I'm by myself. But she didn't even take the opportunity to try to go into the other room and maybe like talk to him real quick, butter him up, like say, babe, like, you know, we didn't really mean it like that, or, you know, just kind of say something privately where he could kind of say what he really wanted to say, as opposed to having to kind of filter and water things down because everybody else is in the room. Maybe you don't want to offend anybody, but he kind of said what he had to say, and then he was just out like, oh, I'm tired and I'm good. But I'm pretty sure it's pretty much because y'all hurting his feelings. Y'all getting him back into his feelings. She's like, oh, I don't want to have to think about other people's feelings and this. And that's your husband at the end of the day. So I don't know. I just feel like she's kind of a big part of the whole demise, but she's trying to pretend like it's solely him. I mean, maybe there's a lot of things that we see behind cameras, and maybe she does more things in the public eye, so we see that. And he probably waits until the cameras go off to maybe curse her out or whatever he does. But it's not a good look for her right now. Not in my eyes. You know what I mean? I feel bad for the guy a little bit here and there. Like, this is the second episode. Again, I'm feeling bad for him. I feel bad from the first one. I feel bad from him again. But, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. Let me know what you thought about this episode down below. See you in the next one. Laters. Let me take off this wig, honey.